So let us start discussing the reactions of phenols. Reactions of phenols. So first thing, if you check out the acidity of phenols, what we have learned is that uh, phenol doesn't give brisk effervescence, effervescence of carbon dioxide when you treat that with sodium bicarbonate, as it is less acidic than H2CO2. If you recall, the pK value of phenol is around 10, while the pK value of carbonic acid is around 6.5. So which would make it sufficiently difficult for this reaction to happen. But in case of dinitrophenol and trinitrophenol, dinitro and trinitrophenol give brisk effervescence of carbon dioxide with NaHCO. How it is, if you check out OH with NO2 and NO2. This is dinitrophenol, and OH with NO2 at all the three positions. This is trinitrophenol. They are giving the positive test with NaHCO3, releasing out CO2 gas. The reason for that is, now if you check out the pK values for the same, the pK value for this is almost 3 and this is almost 1. So obviously they have become very, very acidic. Okay. So usually now phenols do not give positive test towards sodium bicarbonate, but these two are exceptions. When you have dinitro and trinitro, they will definitely give a positive test, and that's how you will see carbon dioxide gas will be evolved. Okay. The next important reaction which we have to learn from reactions of phenol is Riemer-Tiemann. Riemer-Tiemann reaction. Riemer-Tiemann reaction. The basic reaction, if I write the overall reaction here, is that phenol, when you treat that with CHCl3 in the presence of KOH and H3O plus, will give us OH and CHO here plus OH and CHO. This would be the major amount and this would be the minor amount. Now let's see the mechanism, how it is happening. The first step is, whenever we have chloroform, this is the chloroform, it would have delta positive charge on hydrogen. So the minute we react that with HO minus, the HO minus will immediately attract this H plus, thereby we'll get CCl3 minus plus H2O. Okay. CCl3 minus, problem with the CCl3O minus is that lone pair which is present here, Cl, 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 although it will go for back bonding, this way it will go for back bonding, but the chlorine molecules are very big in size. So it can't be stayed stable as CCl2. So what it would happen, it would immediately release out Cl minus, as a Cl minus chala jayega, and it will become CCl2, the lone pair. This is a carbene molecule. Okay, and the carbene is called dichlorocarbene. Just to remind, what is the importance of carbene? Carbene will have only 6 electron species, so it is acting like an electrophile because उसके पास एक empty orbital है, completely empty orbital. By structure, if you check out how it is, carbene is this way: chlorine, chlorine, lone pair, and an empty orbital. Because it is an empty orbital, it will act like an electrophile. Okay, and this type of an elimination, what happened here with the elimination? The carbon, this carbon has chlorine as well as hydrogen. So hydrogen और chlorine दोनों एक ही कार्बन से चले गए. If that carbon is alpha carbon, can I say this is alpha alpha elimination? This is called alpha alpha elimination. Okay. So here, unlike alpha beta elimination, right, जो कि E1, E2, E1, CB ये सब हम लोग पढ़ते थे, यहाँ पे होता है alpha alpha elimination. Okay. So now you got what is an electrophile. So first step clear है. Second step, this electrophile, okay, sorry, first we have a phenol, right, that in the basic medium will react with OH minus and become phenoxide ion, is H2, which is evident, right beta, कि यहाँ पे pK value है around 10, इसका pK value है around 15.5, so definitely reaction will proceed in the forward direction. So the ion which has generated, it is called phenoxide ion. So we got a phenoxide ion. Okay. And phenoxide ion, the speciality of phenoxide ion is because it has minus charge, it will activate ring very heavily. So it is highly activated ring. Highly activated ring. Just to remind you, okay, just to remind you, OH, NH2, OCH3, NR2, NHR. These are all very good. These are all very good donating groups. Donating species. On benzene, if there is any donating species, that means it is going to be orthopara directory. They're all going to be orthopara directory. Orthopara directing means any electrophile approaches on ortho and para, it will find some negative charge present on it. So definitely orthopara directing is more favored. So if this is, there are in fact neutral. Now if I make it as O minus, H minus, got it? NH, sorry, NR minus. Now this will be powerful dominant, powerful donating species, or very highly activate the benzene ring. Very highly they will activate the benzene. Okay. So phenoxide is a very powerful activating group. Achha, why do we need such a powerful activating group? If you check out, okay, the CCl2 which we formed just now, it is a neutral species. Okay, agreed that it has empty orbital. It is an electrophile. Okay, electrophile. But since it is a neutral species, not very strong electrophile, not very strong electrophile. So because it is not a very strong electrophile, for reaction to happen at a much faster rate, we need a highly activated ring. That's why phenoxide ion, being a highly activated ring, reacts first. So this would react with CCl2 because phenoxide ion is highly activated, correct? So this double bond will close here. This pi will attack from this side. So what is left out here now? I'll show the pi from the other side. This way. I can take any canonical. I'm taking this canonical. Okay. So how is the attack happening? So this pi is attacking this low, empty orbital. So as soon as that is done, you'll get it as C double bond O here with this group as CCl2 minus. Because electron has given to that, this becomes CCl2 minus and H is present here. So this is the first thing that has happened now. Next, as soon as you see, now the CCl minus, because it can see it is at the adjacent carbon, it will immediately pull H plus from here. And as soon as it pulls H plus from there, we'll get this as double bond O, CCl2 with negative charge here. This negative will again become a double bond here, forcing to get aromatization. So it will get aromatization O minus with CHCl2 double bond, double bond, double bond. So after this, again, what would happen? You see, take this. Now suppose if we have uh, two Cl groups here, because they have two Cl groups here, so what I can say here, this double bond, if at all it shifts here, this double bond can be shifted outward, considering that one of the Cl is leaving. One of the Cl is leaving. So what do we have here? We have this as double bond O, like this, with double bond C, H and Cl. One Cl has left. Why we are doing this? Because Cl is a good leaving group. Okay, we can immediately close that double bond there and make that group to leave. Okay. Now, as soon as this is done, OH minus as a nucleophile, as a reagent that would attack this carbon, because again it will try to retain the aromaticity. So what do we have here now? So we will have again O minus, double bond, double bond, double bond, C, H, Cl and OH. Okay, I hope that point is clear. Now it is done one more time here. We have OH here, correct? So once we got an OH form here, we can see one more time the Cl can leave. So we have a double bond here. See that we got it as O minus this way, C, H, Cl and OH. So again the double bond closes here, this pi will shift here, chlorine will leave. And we'll get double bond O this way with double bond C, O and H, sorry, H and OH. This is what we got. Yeah. If you observe closely, this is an enol. If you observe closely, this is an en and an ol. Enol will always undergo tautomerism. So to undergo tautomerism, what does it form? Have this double bond O, and here this hydrogen will come. So we'll make this as double bond O H and hydrogen will come here, which again on reaction with OH minus, it will take away this H plus, this bond will shift here, O minus will come above. So we would have this as O minus double bond and C double bond OH plus H2. Then again we will have phenol accepting that H plus from water, making it as OH double bond OH. This is the final mechanism. Now, what all things you need to understand from this, Simran? Okay, I'm giving a very elaborative mechanism. You can do a lot of shortcuts also. But why we are going for elaborative? One thing you got to understand. See, whenever there is a reaction on benzene, benzene will always try to retain its aromaticity. Okay, so I'm showing you step by step why it is doing that. It is always trying to retain back its aromaticity. At the same time, why it is supporting as a double bond outside the ring? Because O minus is highly activating, है ना? O minus इतना ज़्यादा activating है, so it will support the electrons outward towards the benzene also. So whatever releasing groups that it can have, it will keep on releasing those groups, got it? And eventually it will try to get a more stable compound. Okay. Simran, is that clear? Right. So this could have been done at para position also. Okay, the same reaction could be done with para position also, because all of these donating species are orthopara directly. Okay, but only thing why we are not doing at para position, right? So if you see at ortho position, the final product which it has formed, see it has O and H with C double bond OH. This is what is formed. So this H and O will have an strong hydrogen bond. So you will have this an intramolecular H bonding, because of which ortho will become major product and para will become minor product. Okay, so it is done at para also, except that ortho will become major product and para will become minor product. That point is clear now. Now see, what is the evidence of CCl2 formation and how it is happening in this reaction? So same reaction now, if I take phenol with CH3 here, and I treat that with CHCl3 and NaOH. Okay, so obviously it will make ortho position for sure. So we'll have OH, CHO and CH3. ये तो बनेगा ही. Along with that, we expect para also to form. But unlike that, at para, now the problem here is at the para position, there is already a group. So because there is already a group, now the reaction will end here only. CH, okay, CHCl2. यहीं पर end हो जाएगा reaction. इसके आगे proceed नहीं. Alright. This molecule is called cresol because it at para position it is called cresol. Okay. I forgot to mention, we are getting two major product here. Initially, this major product which we are getting, it is called salicylaldehyde. That is the common name of this molecule. Now, if we take cresol, we will get a para substituted salicylaldehyde or para methyl salicylaldehyde. See the mechanism. Ortho का mechanism तो हमने किया है. See what is happening in para. If already there is a group present, like CH3 is already present, उस टाइम पे हमको कैसे सोचना चाहिए? So we know that phenoxide ion is forming. Now I'm not writing each and every step now, because you should be able to understand how phenoxide is forming, how it will attack as a nucleophile on this electrophile here. So on the para position, you already have a CH3. If there is already a CH3, उसके ऊपर हमने CCl2 अटैक कर दिया, तो वो आपको पता है ना, CCl2 के ऊपर माइनस चार्ज आ जाता है, और यहाँ पे जैसे ही माइनस चार्ज आ गया, यहाँ पे प्लस चार्ज आ गया है, डबल बॉन्ड O माइनस बना हुआ है, तो ये O माइनस यहाँ पे डबल बॉन्ड क्लोज कर देगा और यहाँ पे डबल बॉन्ड क्लोज कर देगा. So we will get this as double bond O, double bond with this group as CCl2 minus and CH3, correct? Earlier, if you go back to the mechanism, उसमें क्या करता था कि this minus was taking away H plus which was present here, but यहाँ पे तो H plus है नहीं, right? Instead you have CH3, so obviously there won't be any reaction with CH3, correct? So this would simply, after this there is no other step which can help it. So simply on hydrolysis, what do we get? We will get this as double bond and CHCl2 and CH3. देखो aromaticity भी retain नहीं हो सकता क्योंकि there is no hydrogen. If there was hydrogen, if that hydrogen was left, you will get a negative charge on it. That's how aromaticity was retained. Now there is no retaining of aromaticity. Okay, so this will be the final product. Is that clear? Yeah. So if you already have a group, you cannot get the aromaticity back. So this is where it will end. Okay. Next case is that suppose if you take same phenol, ये सब Riemer-Tiemann के अंदर ही आते हैं. Although the first reaction is only called Riemer-Tiemann, these are all the same kinds. Okay. Now instead of using CHCl3, now I am using CCl3, so CCl4 directly. In that case, the product which you will get is OH and COOH. So what we are getting is salicylic acid. It's called salicylic acid. Okay. So how it is? Check out. See the mechanism. We'll get this as O minus for sure. And then we have CCl3 and this. If carbon has so many chlorine groups, na beta, it is so highly positive charge on it. That itself will act like an electrophilic site. So जैसे ये pi bond attack करेगा, chlorine निकल जाएगा. So we will get this as double bond O here. Okay. Double bond O here, and we'll have this as CCl3, double bond and double bond. Got it? Yeah. And we have a hydrogen here. Now when you react that with the base, got it? This would take away H plus, ये ऊपर चला जाएगा, aromaticity फिर से retain हो जाएगा. We'll get this as OH. I'm writing the final product. Okay, I'm skipping all the steps in between. ठीक है? और ऐसे सोचो कि ये जो OH minus है, ये तीनों 3 OH minus will replace all 3 chlorines. Okay? We are writing it as a shortcut. We are not writing as the entire mechanism. वरना हर बार एक एक क्लोरीन को निकालते हुए दिखाना पड़ेगा ना, like we did earlier. So if you remove all these chlorines, so what do we have? Now 3 OH groups on one carbon is unstable, so one water molecule will come out of it, and the rest of the molecule retained is as acid. Is this clear? So that's how you will get salicylic acid. So CCl4 itself will act like a very good electrophile, and you'll get a salicylic acid based on this. So I think this entire 2 pages, yeah, these 2 pages are completely dedicated for Riemer-Tiemann. This is the types of Riemer-Tiemann that are asked. So I guess you understood. So we'll see the next type of reaction. This is Kolbe-Schmidt. Kolbe-Schmidt reaction. So let's see what's happened in Kolbe-Schmidt reaction. Kolbe-Schmidt reaction, we have phenol, and if we react that with carbon dioxide in the presence of NaOH and then hydrolyze, we get this as OH and COOH. This is a major product. सेम सैलिसिलिक एसिड मिल रहा है एंड अच्छा ये मेजर क्यों बोल रहा हूँ मैं फिर से, आपको याद है ना इसमें हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग होता है, ठीक है, ये ध्यान रखना, वरना most of the cases will get para only as major product. Only when there is a hydrogen bonding supporting, then we will get ortho as the major product. Okay. Yeah. Okay. One thing that has been observed, that in case if you take another thing, you can check it out. Same reaction. So we have CO2, KOH, and here you have H3O plus. Okay. Instead of NaOH beta, now if you replace that with KOH, right? If you replace that with KOH, then it is observed that COH is coming as the major product. I mean, para is coming as the major product. Okay. This is purely observed basis. Okay. इसका एक छोटा सा रीजन है, वो मैं लास्ट में लिखा दूंगा एक मैकेनिज्म के बाद. नाउ मैकेनिज्म में आप चेक करो, पहले तो देखो जब भी हम लोग NaOH यूज कर रहे हैं ना, NaOH या KOH यूज कर रहे हैं, it's clearly evident that we are trying to activate the ring as high as possible, because you would react that with phenol, so phenol से H plus accept कर लेगा, ring will become highly activated. So that's what you observe here. So phenol on reaction with NaOH would give phenoxide ion O minus Na plus H2O. This is what is formed. Okay. Now similarly, if you do the same thing with KOH, क्या होगा बेटा? If you do the same thing with KOH, you'll get it as O minus and K plus. Got it? Now what I'm saying, if you check out Na plus and Na plus K plus with दोनों O minus के बाजू में ही रहेंगे, because positive negative charge attraction रहेगा. Got it? It is not a covalent bond, but ionically they will be very close to that. So can I say, if sodium plus size is this much, let's say this is the size of sodium plus, then potassium plus will be bigger in size. So obviously sodium potassium and potassium size thoda bigger hai, correct? So that is the reason when an electrophile aata hai, wo bhi to ek positive charge jaisa hi hai na. If an electrophile is approaching here, if an electrophile is approaching, you can see they will repel each other. So you can see these two will repel each other. That's why an electrophile does not prefer to come to ortho, but it will go for para. Only in the case of potassium is present. Is the point clear, beta? Sodium के साथ वो problem नहीं है, because sodium is smaller there, and electrophile के साथ इतना repulsion नहीं होता है, and eventually the product will have a hydrogen bonding, right? So that is going to help it. So that's why electrophile will approach normally at ortho position. Okay. Only in the case of potassium, cesium, rubidium, these are bigger size. Barium, calcium, anything could be given. Okay, so not calcium, sorry, only barium. So in these cases, you will see because of the size factor, they would go for para position. Okay. Now you see that phenoxide ion which has formed, highly activated ring hai ye. It is a highly activated ring. So it is reacting with carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide will have delta positive on it. So this will attack on carbon. So this will get replaced here. So we will get this as double bond. यहाँ पे double bond बन जाएगा. So we will have this as double bond O, and here group will be C double bond O and O minus with this. Okay, and hydrogen is present. So यहाँ से ये हाइड्रोजन ग्रैब कर लेगा. So जो माइनस आएगा वो यहाँ पे डबल बॉन्ड हो जाएगा और ये O माइनस आ जाएगा. So we will get this as O minus. Aromaticity is retained. COOH has formed, and on hydrolysis we would get this as OH and COOH. सैलिसिलिक एसिड बन गया. देखो हम लोग सारे स्टेप्स अभी से लिख नहीं रहे, धीरे धीरे स्टेप स्किप करते जा रहे हैं. एक ही स्टेप में मैं 3-4 चीजें बता दे रहा हूँ. I hope you got it. So this is how the salicylic acid is formed. Okay. Potassium के साथ you do the same thing at para position. Right. That's about Kolbe-Schmidt reaction. Fourth, reaction with phthalic anhydride. Phthalic anhydride. So if I take phenol, for this reaction we require at least 2 moles of it. And if I take phthalic anhydride, you know that यहाँ पे COOH होता है. This is called phthalic acid. इसमें से water हटा दो, so it will become an anhydride. So this is C double bond O, C double bond O. O is connected this way. This is phthalic anhydride. So when you take phthalic anhydride, then react that with concentrated H plus, mostly H2SO4 लेंगे. So then electrophilic aromatic substitution will happen, and the final product would be like this. Phthalic anhydride, ये ऐसे रहेगा phthalic anhydride, but दूसरे साइड पे दोनों फिनॉल्स ऐड हो जाएंगे. दोनों फिनॉल्स ऐड हो जाएंगे. Okay, and this is what we call it as phenolphthalein. So basically what we have done is the preparation of phenolphthalein. And phenolphthalein usually when it is pure form, it is a white crystalline solid. It is going to form a white crystalline solid. Okay, beta. Now let us see the mechanism, how it is happening. So first, phthalic anhydride in acidic medium. Immediately the lone pair. आप ऊपर से लो या नीचे से लो, doesn't matter. So मैं नीचे से ले रहा हूँ. So here we'll take this as lone pair there. So we'll have this is double bond O and double bond OH plus and oxygen. This is how it is present. Now we are reacting this with phenol, and phenol is an ortho-para-directoring group. Ortho पे लेके आना मुश्किल है because it is very bulkier group here. Correct? It is a very bulkier group. So what do? You can see this carbon being quite delta positive now. It is acting like an electrophilic site. So यहाँ से pi इधर attack कर जाएगा. Pi will attack here. The lone pair will support here और ये lone pair इधर आ जाएगा. Alright? Okay. So although I'm not writing all those steps, it's not required. Okay. So क्योंकि हम लोग को पता है कि eventually aromaticity retain हो जाएगा. So we would get this as benzene and double bond O, and here this has become OH, and a phenol has come across this OH. मैंने वो सारे स्टेप्स स्किप किए जिसमें एरोमेटिसिटी फिर से रिटेन होते रहता है. ओके, Now, once this is formed, you see in the presence of H plus, again the lone pair from here will attack and make this group has double bond O and O with this phenol with OH here, and यहाँ पे बन जाएगा ये OH2 plus. OH2 plus is a better leaving group. This can easily leave, और यहाँ पे कार्बन पे पॉजिटिव चार्ज आ सकता है ना, so that कार्बन पे पॉजिटिव चार्ज आ जाएगा. You get that positive charge on that carbon, so we will have this double bond O with OH group with carbon positive charge. So on this positive charge, again phenol will attack from the para position, because ortho पे लाएगा तो काफी crowding आ जाएगा. So you'll have this attacking on this position, and जैसे उस पे attack कर जाएगा, we'll get the final product. I'm writing the final product here as phenol. उसके साथ में phthalic anhydride, और बाकी दो एंड पे phenyl groups with OH on it. Phenyl group with OH on it. Okay. So when you have 2 moles of phenol react with phthalic anhydride, what we are getting? We are getting as phenolphthalein. Okay, beta. Now, usually, just to remind you, how does phenolphthalein act like a indicator? Phenolphthalein is an indicator. Just to remind you, how does it act like an indicator? You see, take this. Let's see how it is acting like an indicator. So basically, if you react this with OH minus, okay, then it will grab the H plus from this. यहाँ से H plus ले लेगा, okay, यहाँ से, और ये भी H plus ले लेगा. Correct. So it would become a benzenoid form. मतलब यहाँ पे H plus नहीं रहेगा, यहाँ पे H plus नहीं रहेगा, and this will become minus and minus. Okay. So this is the benzenoid form. Benzenoid form. Okay. And this is colorless. That's why you see phenolphthalein in basic medium becomes colorless. If you keep it for long standing, na, if you leave it like that, right? You see experiment खत्म करके आप अगर फिर से बाजू में रख दोगे, so after some time again this minus which has formed here, the minus which has formed here, right? So this minus will be like that. ये minus, okay, यहाँ पे double bond बना देगा. This minus will make it as a double bond here. Will make a double bond here, this way, okay, and ये bond टूट के इधर double bond आ जाएगा, and this will become minus. Okay, so ये benzenoid की तरह नहीं है, ये quinone की तरह बन रहा है. That's why this is called quinoid form. Once it becomes a quinoid form, again pink color retains, and which will turn more towards red color. Correct? Pink to red convert होने लगेगा. Okay, so this is the quinoid form. Is that okay, beta? So this is how the phenolphthalein works as an indicator. This is an acid here, right? Acid is in which color? Normally it is pink color. From there on in the base, it will become benzenoid. If you keep it for long standing, it will become pink to red again, because quinoid is formed. Okay. Right. If you have a very strong alkali, in case of in case of strong alkaline solution, मतलब बहुत strong base, correct? Then phenolphthalein becomes colorless. Strong base, it will become colorless. Okay, why that will become colorless? See, ये जैसा एक क्विनॉइड फॉर्म में लेता हूँ, क्योंकि हमने देखा कि अगर ये पहले तो बेंजोनॉइड से क्विनॉइड फॉर्म में आ जाता है, बट क्विनॉइड फॉर्म में हम लोग अभी बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग बेस अगर रखेंगे, इफ यू हैव वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग बेस OH माइनस, दिस OH माइनस विल बी कंबाइंड हियर, फिर ये एरोमेटिसिटी रिटेन हो जाएगा इसका, राइट? सो अगेन इट विल गेट बैक टू द बेंजोनॉइड फॉर्म हियर, अगेन इट विल कम टू बेंजोनॉइड फॉर्म, एक्सेप्ट दैट यहाँ पर अभी बॉन्ड कैसा है, इधर O माइनस वैसे ही है और इसके ऊपर OH आ गया, बट ये भी बेंजोनॉइड फॉर्म है, सारे बेंजीन ग्रुप्स ही है. As long as you have benzenoid form, it is colorless. So again, it will become colorless. I hope that point is clear. Okay. See the next reaction now. This was reaction 4. How the reaction happened and formation of phenolphthalein took place. The fifth reaction is about Lederer mannase. Okay, so this is Lederer mannase reaction. So basically what it does, it will condense the formaldehyde, So basically it is condensation with formaldehyde at low temperature in presence of NaOH. So how does the reaction proceed here? So we will take the phenol, okay, and react that with HCHO, formaldehyde, in the presence of NaOH. Doing that, what we are getting, we will have this as OH here, but here it will retain to form CH2OH plus यहाँ पर OH और CH2OH रहेगा. मेजर ये होगा, माइनर ये होगा. अगेन दिस इज प्योरली ऑब्जर्व्ड बेसिस, इसका कुछ एक्सप्लेनेशन नहीं है कि सर वो ऑर्थो पे रह के मेजर क्यों नहीं हुआ है. ओके, कंप्लीटली ऑब्जर्व्ड बेसिस. सी द मैकेनिज्म हियर, the mechanism takes place. The mechanism can be driven by both acid catalysis and base catalysis. So first I'll take acid catalysis. Okay, so if this reaction is happening in acid, how does this happen? Normally base के साथ ही करते हैं, but acid के साथ भी reaction होता है. So this plus, if you see formaldehyde, because it is in acidic medium, it will accept that H plus on it. This is how it would be. So यहाँ से ES हो जाएगा. Okay, ES होने पर we will get this as OH, and I'm directly writing it. Benzene retained its aromaticity वगैरह वगैरह. Okay, and this group will go here and alcohol बन जाएगा. So we have alcohol here. So this is the alcohol which is formed. Okay. The same thing will happen at para position also. Para से भी आ जाएगा, तो आपको मिल जाएगा OH and CH2OH. These are the two compounds we get. Acid catalyzed. If you see base catalyzed, in case of base catalyzed, how does it happen? Base catalyzed, the ring will get activated. Remember, अभी तक हम लोग यही करते आ रहे, base होते ही ring बहुत ज़्यादा activate हो जाता है. So even though formaldehyde does not have any charge now, ring इतना activated है कि इतना weak electrophile को भी attract कर जाता है. Sorry, not from oxygen end, from carbon end. Zero. You fall down. It's okay, I'll take it. Okay, check this. So this pi bond would attack here, and thereby I'm writing directly the steps beta without any. So O minus आ जाएगा इधर, and CH2O minus आ जाएगा. Okay, that finally on a reaction with water give us alcohol. This is how we'll get this as alcohol. The same thing can happen at para position also. यहाँ से भी attack हो सकता है. So therefore, I'll write both the products here. So we'll have OH and OH. These are the two products you'll get. Right? Now, what are the important points to be noted for this reaction? See, nobody is going to ask you in this phenols chapter except Reamer Teamer. You do not have to remember any names. You will be directly given the reaction. You have to start working on it. When large amount of HCHO, or alcohol is used, then how do we check this? What happens to the reaction? Let us check. So if I take phenol and react that with HCHO, this time I'm taking HCHO in excess, and I'm sticking to basic catalysis. So on basic catalysis, the same thing will happen with acidic catalysis also. It's no different. So we'll have one OH here and one OH here. So ऑर्धो पेरा दोनों पे एक साथ में लग जाएगा, या ऐसा हो सकता है कि दोनों ही ऑर्धो पे लग जाए. One OH here, one OH here, या तीनों पे लग जाए और हमको मिले OH, OH and OH. These three products can be formed. Okay. Major is usually found to be this. Again, experimentally observed. Right. So all you need to remember is that इसमें major क्या आएगा बस. If you have phenol reacting with HCHO, right, in only acidic medium, H plus only, in acidic medium only, okay, and this time I'm taking phenol as excess. So in that case, phenol will combine on both sides with CH2. क्योंकि अभी फिनॉल एक्सेस है तो दो बार फिनॉल रिएक्ट कर जाएगा उसको, दोनों टाइम पैरा पोजीशन से रिएक्ट कर रहा है. दिस इज व्हाट हैपेंस. ओके, if we take n moles of this ortho product, suppose if I take this ortho product, n moles of it, then it will polymerize. It will polymerize to give us OH, and this will keep continuing on every ortho position like this. OH चलता रहेगा ये. So this many nth time it will keep moving, and this is the polymer known as novolac. Okay, this is how novolac is being made. Okay. So in short, give it as a note. Novolac is the linear polymer of PHOH and HCHO. Lost my power, 1 second.